Hi, Kimberley. Hope you're well. Thanks so much for joining me today for this nice little sort of chat on Zoom. And it's nice to share our experiences with other bath babies practitioners. But I love everything you do because you don't just do baby massage, do you? You do so much under your umbrella, awe and wonder. But I'd love to know why you would add another class like bath babies. What attracted you to it, the course?
Thanks, Jo. Thank you for inviting me to speak as well. It's lovely to be here. So I've been an early years teacher. I left teaching when my son was born 7 years ago, and there just wasn't the support out there for mums with babies. And I found it really difficult with that first time mum, like that parenting, postnatal anxiety, and just really lonely. I found that transition really, really difficult, thinking I kind of knew everything from early years and sort of smacked in the face with actually, oh my God, this is beyond my expectation. So that's when I started the classes, and that was kind of doing sensory and messy play, but there was always that pull for me to support mums, and like that was that hook in. And then I went and progressed to teach baby massage, which I was one of the only people at the time doing that, which was great. And then suddenly more and more people started doing that, which is wonderful. We need lots of massage out there. Nurturing touch is gorgeous and so valuable. But I kind of just thought, I want to do more. I need to do more for mums. We had COVID. I was pregnant with my second child during sort of that lockdown, and again I didn't get to experience anything during that time, and then I fell pregnant with Adeline, my third, and suddenly your little announcement came up, your little launch with bath babies, and I was instantly pulled towards it, and I thought, I'm mad, I'm about to give birth, but actually what an incredible experience to share this with my baby and then feel what the mums will feel when they come to class, and kind of do that with my own little one. So it was a no-brainer, really. We chatted, didn't we, together on Zoom, and everything sounded amazing. I'd had a home birth, a water birth with Emmeline, and so water's really important to me, and knowing that it's really calming for baby. And then actually swim classes around here in Suffolk, there'd been a real letdown on my journey into parentinghood, and I don't feel like they were baby led at all, or added anything to my relationship with my baby. So I just wanted to be that person in sort of that they come to, and I know that I can offer them so much, having gone through that first time parenting. So it's about obviously calming baby and that nurturing touch and that oxytocin, that love. And then also that sort of social side for mum. So that's kind of, I think, that's my pull towards.
Yeah, definitely. And I think in our world today, the well-being side is so important. And our baby swim classes, sometimes we don't mean to, but it's just the way that it's set up. As a swim teacher, you're in the pool, so you don't really get to see or hear that before and that after. And for me, that was one of the such benefits of bath babies, that all the babies could come in their bath at their own time, and to have and facilitate that space and chat, because you never really get to help people in the changing room side, and it's quite stressful, isn't it, if you've been baby swimming and you're trying.
Yes, and it's that postnatal body that we have that we're a bit awkward about perhaps as well, and you're standing there with other mums that you don't know, or sometimes dads, and it's just not the setup, is it, for that social side? Whereas now with the classes, especially having done my first term and going into my second term, the mums are incredible friends, and they've actually now coming up to a massage class, just a massage class with me. We're going to throw in an extra bath babies as a little celebration, but I've managed to sort of keep hold of them with that nurturing journey into their maternity. So bath babies just allows for so much extra value for them, not only with their baby, but like you say, for well-being.
Oh, that's nice how because that's the nice thing, that everybody's using it in a slightly different way. So you can almost use it as that pull into your baby massage classes. So there might be lots around, but yours is obviously quite unique because you can add in.
I hadn't intended it to go like that, to be honest. I hadn't intended. That's like they didn't want to leave.
Oh, that's so good. Yeah.
Which was good. But I've obviously, like I said, I've got other things that I can offer as well. So it was nice to kind of create this little extra term for them with sort of an extra bath babies at the end, and keep hold of them for longer to help them.
Yeah, no, that's great. And I'm always curious of people's learning journey, because when you set up courses, I always look at it from, how I like to learn. And I'm such a visual learner, but to have obviously written information and all sorts of various ways to learn. But did you find, because obviously a lot of it was online and we didn't have that face-to-face time as well, did you find that there was enough information and, how you sort of studied at home, to make sure you can interpret and you can actually, carry out the classes? What were your sort of reflections on?
Absolutely. And I felt a little bit nervous because I'm not coming at it as a swim school teacher, so I haven't got that background. Whereas obviously you're very experienced, and I love following your Instagram and seeing what you do in the pool. It's incredible. So I was a little bit wary, I suppose, but actually everything was so well organized into the modules, and then you'd done these wonderful videos as well, so I was able to re-watch. So like we use that zone of proximal learning, you kind of watch it and kind of go, okay, I'll get a feel for that, and then you can re-watch it and you can retake your notes and take a bit more value from it. So that was really, really useful that it was written and, like you say, visual as well, because I'm a visual learner. I need to sort of see and hear things, and the intonation in your voice, that always helps, I think, when you're training, because it's difficult when you can't go face to face, but if it's just all written, you lose that personality, don't you? Whereas your love and passion comes through on the videos, and that really inspires the watcher to then kind of really get hold of that. So that was really, really useful. And actually Adeline was a newborn baby, just feeding, and I managed to sit down and hold her and watch them and re-watch them on my phone or on my laptop, and it was really, really good to have that, and enabling me to build my business still whilst in the 4th trimester.
Oh no, you've wonderful. How you've done it is amazing. It's so good. And I think having our study group as well, and like different study buddies, is nice, isn't it? And then we can all sort of like ping pong advice and support, because we're all going through it really, and we can enrich the program together. The intention is to really grow that resource bank and use our all our areas of expertise really. So if there's more swimming side, we can pop that in. If there's the more nurture side, and I know one of the your areas and passions is holding space as well, and Mandy Reese has been an expert in our field and has inputted some of her sharing circles and holding space, which is always good as well.
I did her course alongside Bath Babies, and I really feel like they've come together to create something even more unique, 2 things that I'm really passionate about, as to say, with the wellbeing. But coming back to what you said about the working group, that was really, really useful, because both yourself and other members in there would always kind of come back with an answer if I wasn't sure. So I remember I wasn't kind of sure between sort of 2 different moves in the water, and you made a great video and explained it all to me sort of in less than a week. It was all kind of cleared up and ready for my so I was obviously doing it with my friends who'd had babies, as the learning part of it. So it was really, really handy. And another lady, we had a Zoom together as well, and she was able to kind of offer her to, when you first start, your first class is looming and you get that sort of nerves, and she'd already gone through it, so she was there and she was like, no, you can do this, and this is kind of how I do something, and that was really wonderful to have support from her too. So the working group's been really a good way of not feeling like you're alone in it as well.
No, I think that's nice. And as you say, we all learn in different ways and have different questions, so just to sort of pop in that support. I'd love to know, not putting you on the spot, but what are your parents saying? Is there anything that where because my parents, one of the comments that I was quite surprised at is how much, when she went home, that her nappy changing and just the ripple effect of how she was handling baby on a day-to-day. And I didn't really truly appreciate that, and as a mum that where mine are older, and I think actually is there anything that your parents are saying from your bath babies?
So every week I kind of ask them what their intention is of the class and what they have took into the previous week from the class before. One of the big things from parents I was realizing about consent. So we talk a lot, don't we, about consent and going into the water and those infant cues. And they really then adapted, like you say, to nappy changing times and undressing, and just slow down, slower than slow, and not really realizing just, you know, how they have got their little brains, but they're not yet really fully formed, and those connections aren't there. And it's the realizing that that processing is so much slower for our babies, that we can't rush those things. We talk a lot about getting into the car seat, because obviously sometimes the babies don't like the car seat. So quick, we think if we do it really quickly, they won't notice. But actually just make that situation so much worse. And so for them, just unfolding and going much slower and appreciating the water for the sensory value that it is on its own, has just been a real eye-opener for those mums. And they've been able to incorporate it obviously a lot more, not just as an evening rhythm, but also during their daytime. So that they talk a lot about when dad's not yet home, and that, you know, that couple of hours where you really just get really angsty and baby's not yet, you know. Yes. We've all been through
I
that.
do know that. I used to count down the clock of, like, you know, right, so it's, as you say, sort of 3:30, 4 o'clock, waiting for that 5 o'clock, and you were just ready at the door, weren't you, to go, here you go. But yeah, to have the water and the bath, as you say, that's a really nice special time.
And then I get lots of messages. So yesterday I did a dad's class. That was fab. I'm doing a few weekends where dads are coming, also with the mums that have been to the term, but also some new parents that I couldn't attend during the week. And I got a few messages yesterday, and I have done all through the term, just saying, Kimberley, my baby has been so calm all day since the class, and I've been feeling so calm. And it's carried on into their day, and the intention of going slower and pausing, and this is time just for you and baby, we don't need to rush. That intention, I think, has gone into, because we often feel, don't we, as mums, maybe, I don't know, first time mums as well, oh, we need to do this class, and we need to suddenly read them a book, and we need to hang a mobile over their heads, and we need to, you know, sensory, and we don't get the right idea of sensory, whereas this Bath Babies really slows even that down for parents to realise what sensorial worlds our babies live in, how overwhelming.
Yeah, and I'm with you on that. And breathing, as you say, in the rhythm. When I asked one of my parents after, when we did all our parent feedback, she was just saying, like, the hand, she often uses just that hand on chest and hand on hers, and again, that's just that check-in, because quite often when we're rushed, our hearts go in, and just that moment to pause, or in the bath, and she uses that in all sorts of different occasions. And as I say, sometimes you forget, you pop it in, but actually for some parents, that very, very small part is then become part of their parent toolkit, really.
I definitely took that in with Adeline as well. So definitely took what I was learning from you into that, you know, and that's third baby. You're not a pro, and you have a third baby, you're still kind of going, okay, I know I need to be slow, but actually just that little pause. And for me, when I felt stressed, just that hand, and realizing we're co-regulating together, you know, I'm that mirror image for my baby, but having a tool, you know that, but then it's having a tool and a strategy to do something about it.
Yeah,
that's
definitely,
so simple.
definitely. You forget, don't you? And when your brain's all on fire and everything, sometimes you can't think straight. So actually, as you say, having something very quick, very easy, breathing time together, and as you say, that magic then works. So if I was to put you on the spot, are there 3 words that come to mind when you're thinking about Bath Babies?
Oh, lots of words.
Okay.
Oxytocin, oozes oxytocin. Like, I feel like a little, I know I'm going to go into too many words, I'm sorry, but like, I feel like
go on, far away.
Classes, and we're singing our songs, and it's so baby led. I'm not doing 3 words. I'll do 3 words for something, but I'm gonna have to go on about it because I just think it's magical. You, like, when you go around the class, and I was really stressed at the beginning of, like, okay, how do I tell the bit, you know, when do the mums change a different move, blah blah blah. But then when I did it with Adeline, I began to realize you're on your own with your baby. Like, it's just your one-to-one connection. You don't even need to think about scribing it for them. So yeah, when that's all going on and all the babies are in the bath and you just see the mums and that lovely eye contact, okay, it's oxytocin oozing, it's calm, it's magical. It's
that's
like,
nice. Oxytocin, calm and magical.
yeah,
I love it. I love it. Everybody comes up with different words, and even our parents as well. But it's nice, isn't it, that we've all interpret in our own time and our own way. But that's amazing. Well, what we'll do is we'll keep connected, because I think that's now the really nice thing about our community group and aquasensory professionals. I just feel that, you know, this is really the first stage, and we can keep developing. And we've talked together obviously about you know, creating more resources as well and developing more, so particularly for older babies as well. So we'll keep going and flowing. I think that's the thing, isn't it?
Adeline's 8 months now, and she adores her time in the bath. And
Nice.
more difficult when you've got through, like, I need a class for me to go to with her, because I've always got Emily, the 2-year-old, in the background who wants a turn. So it's not that kind of calm class in my own bathroom. But Adeline absolutely adores her time in the bath. So yeah, I think it's going to be amazing to, let's say, grow those resources and put our own unique gifts into it all together and continue to build it. But you've done a fantastic job, Jo. I think it's absolutely a superb program, and I'm looking forward to more people coming on board and spreading the love. It's got so much value for mums and dads. I mean, yesterday was amazing with the dads. So yeah, well done you.
Oh, thank you. I'm just, you know, full of love and just gratitude that when you put something out and you create it and you can feel it yourself, that others feel it too. You get that reciprocal love. So you know, thank you too, that, you know, we're all you know, as I say, doing our thing and helping and supporting our parents, because our strange world needs our love and nurture today, definitely.
Yes, indeed. Thank you for
I'll see you
chatting.
soon.
Yeah, see you soon. Bye.